Willow Creek wasn't the kind of town people visited unless they were passing through on their way to somewhere bigger. It had one main road, a diner that still served pie in metal tins, a hardware store run by the same family for 3 generations, and a community that, while friendly, mostly kept to themselves. But that changed one winter, and it started with a man named Mr. Cole.Mr. Cole had lived in Willow Creek his whole life. He was the type of neighbor who shoveled not only his own driveway, but the sidewalks on both sides of the street, just because I'm out here anyway. He knew every kid's name, every dog's name, and probably every dog's birthday. So when he passed away that November, the whole town felt the loss, quietly, but deeply. The person who felt it most was 8-year-old Noah, who lived right next door.Mr. Cole had taught him how to ride a bike, how to plant tomatoes, and how to skip stones across the creek behind their homes. Noah didn't understand why good people had to leave. He just knew the world suddenly felt a little colder. A week before Christmas, a heavy snowstorm swept through the town. It dumped nearly a foot of snow overnight, knocking out power lines across Willow Creek. Families bundled in blankets, using flashlights and candles until the power company could get things running again. That morning, Noah's mom woke up early and peeked outside. Then she gasped. There, in the thick snow, clear as day, was a perfectly shoveled path from their house to the road. Clean edges, neat lines, the kind of path only one person in the whole town used to shovel. Noah, she whispered, come look. He ran to the door, stared out at the path, and something inside him lit up. It couldn't be Mr. Cole, but it felt like him. Later that afternoon, the mystery solved itself. Across the street, a man named Todd, new to town and mostly unknown, was shoveling another neighbor's driveway. He looked up, saw them watching, and smiled. Figured somebody should pick up where the old man left off, he called out. He did so much for everyone here. Guess it's our turn. Noah's mom felt tears sting her eyes. But Noah? He ran straight outside, slipping into his boots without socks. You made the path? He asked. Todd nodded. Your neighbor was a good man. I heard stories. Noah puffed out a determined breath, the kind kids give when they've made up their minds. Then I'm helping too. And he did, all afternoon. The next day, when the power was still out, another neighbor joined. Then 2 more. Soon, people were checking on elderly residents, bringing thermoses of hot cocoa, sharing spare firewood, and clearing driveways before anyone even asked why the 3rd day. The town felt different, warmer, brighter, even with the storm still raging. Someone set up a warming tent in the diner's parking lot. The school opened its gym so families without heat could sleep in one warm place together. Teens delivered groceries. Kids made cards and taped them to doors. And then, one evening, as the town gathered for a community dinner, cooked thanks to a row of borrowed generators, the mayor tapped the microphone. I think Willow Creek needed this storm, she said. Not because of the snow, but because it reminded us how much we need each other. Noah looked across the room at Todd. Todd raised his cup. Noah raised his back. That spring, when the snow finally melted and the town returned to normal, a new tradition was born on Willow Creek. Every year, on the week of the storm, residents spent one day doing something kind for a neighbor. They called it Cold Day, and every year, Noah led the group of volunteers, bundled in gloves too big for his hands, reminding everyone, kindness spreads, even when the person who started it isn't here anymore. Some folks said the town was never quite the same as before, but most agreed it had changed for the better.